Hi, it's Brittany. I really do know my name. I answer to it and everything. I even get my mother to call me Brittany now. It's something else. And my stepfather, right? I know my name too, so. We have a subject that was recommended by someone who wishes to remain anonymous, and if you want to recommend something anonymously, or if you want credit for it, you will get credit for it. I do not steal ideas. Now in this case, this nice girl from West Coast, that's it, that's all I'll tell you. She made a good recommendation for a subject. So their subject is, at the laptop, so let me read to you. How HR changed how you perceive things before and after, like things that you would notice, like when you walk into a room, before you, I don't know, get started taking hormones or transition, like what you might see in that room versus what you tend to see now. It could be something tangible or not, I guess, you know. Or for example, she says, when you meet people, how do you perceive of them or their thoughts that you didn't have before? So one is more like on a sort of an environmental basis, like a before and after, and one is more like on a individual person basis, what you might have perceived before and after. I get her question, and I think the answer is that I don't know. You know, I think we all can agree hormones will dial up your emotions, and you just, you know, in some ways feel more connected. I'm just getting a tissue. More connected with your world. I'm suffering from mascara that has gone astray. So welcome to the world of womanhood. I tend not to wear waterproof just because I hate having to struggle with it to get it off, but I guess if there was a special occasion I would. For me, before the fact, well, I'm not, I don't know if I'm so typical. You know, I'm very observant. I might notice things more, like the guy carrying the briefcase. You know, like, I don't know, I'm making this up, but just to give you like a clue, like what I'm saying. So like the guy carrying the briefcase made with the alligator or something like that. Okay, so that's kind of unique, and that exists. Versus maybe that he was, I don't know, sort of looking at the ground and upset when he was walking. Something like that. Maybe something bad happened to him, you know, something like this. I think that the hormones put you in a better touch with your environment, perhaps. Sometimes it's hard for me to talk to people because I get very caught up in what they're saying. It's very hard for me to remain emotionally detached. You must wonder how I'm managing this channel if I'm emotionally involved, and I don't mind being emotionally involved to a degree because I think it helps all of us when we stop and we really listen and hear not only what I'm saying or what I'm reading that someone else had said and asked me to read for them, but also what I haven't said, like what we call reading between the lines. And sometimes what we call a hidden message or the moral of the story. So in response to this girl and her suggestion, I think some of it is just a better emotional connection with your world. On a personal level, on a per person basis. Sort of, I think ability, I think it's kind of, I don't want to say obvious, but for me it was just better ability to empathize. I don't know, I remember some lady from my office, she told me that her dog had passed away, and much to my surprise I started crying, and I don't know, because I think this is a good example, because I know she's a nice lady, I used to talk to her all the time, and I just could see how upset she was and how much the dog meant to her. And the dog per se didn't mean anything to me, but I was upset because she was upset. So that might be a good example. If you have any other recommendations like this, or if the person who wrote this doesn't feel like they got their answer, you're more than welcome to ask for more. Sorry. Nose issues. So, allergies, I don't know. Yeah, it's my pleasure. So, alright. Thank you. Bye.